afternoon, everyone. You may be wondering why I'm standing in the cold weather with two smokestacks in the background. Well, this is the Edwards Power Plant in Peoria County, Illinois, and is a local example of a coal plant slated for closure in 2022. This plant is looking into converting to solar energy and battery storage as a way to produce cleaner energy. I will introduce my 10-year plan that will touch on clean energy, renewable energy, and the advantages both environmentally, economically, and efficiently. Now let's get out of here before we breathe in some sulfur dioxide. Now let's take a look at the sun. Okay, don't look directly at it or you'll burn your eyes out. I stand here in front of the Spoon River Solar Farm. It is another example of local energy production, as it resides about 20 miles from Peoria and Canton, Illinois. This solar farm sits on 5 acres and has 2,062 solar panels serving about 4,800 people. Solar energy is a renewable energy source, meaning it cannot run out, as we will always have some forms of sunlight. Many advantages to solar exist with it being affordable and a clean source of energy, as typically solar panels gather sunlight to produce energy. It will not emit harmful gases into the environment, and by repurposing outdated coal plants, it can also provide new construction jobs and valuable tax dollars to local communities. Despite possible upfront costs, the payback in energy savings will be worth it for many. Illinois will also help subsidize this original investment, so it seems like good news all around. Although I have discussed the advantages of solar, we will need to look at a few drawbacks. One of the biggest being low output and intermittency. As the switch video can attest, only limited amounts of people can be powered by solar, so other alternatives will be needed. For example, Discharge Energy estimated it would take 750,000 solar panels to provide enough electricity to power around 300,000 homes. Intermittency results when the sun does not shine, and the need for other sources of energy to supply power. Thus, solar is just one part of an overall energy system. And in front of wind turbines in McLean County, Illinois. This wind farm is called Twin Groves Wind Farm and produces enough energy to power 135,000 homes. It provides jobs and benefits landowners as they are paid to have wind turbines on their land. The cost to construct was roughly $871 million, with an estimated $34 million going back to the community. This is an example of the economic benefits renewable energy can have for a locality. Wind is another renewable energy source that is clean, easy to install, and scalable in size per switch video information. Wind turbines can be erected quickly. As you can see in the background, there's no dangerous emissions, so environmental hazards are limited. The problem with wind, as with solar, is that the wind does not always blow, and this intermittency would require backup energy sources during these times. In Denmark, for example, wind farms are plentiful but only generate enough power for 340,000 people per year. Turbines can also take up some space, so allowing them to be placed offshore in lakes or oceans may be valuable in the future. To reiterate, wind can be used cheaply, cleanly, and rather quickly, but should only be used to offset other power sources. Now let's get out of here before we blow away. Now let's take a look at nuclear energy. As you can see, I'm not standing in front of a nuclear plant, as there are very few and the security needed would not allow me to get close. Some advantages of nuclear energy are that it is scalable, and the one in Texas can power 1 million people per year. Other advantages are that it is clean and emits no carbon dioxide. Its fuel costs are low, and as we can see, France uses nuclear energy and their energy costs are low. So you may ask, why not go nuclear? Well, the upfront cost to build a nuclear plant is high, and the needed security from the attack or weather can add to the cost. We would also need a way to recycle the waste. We may need to look at a smaller, cheaper nuclear plants to allow them to be built more quickly and cheaply. But if France can accomplish this use of clean energy in a safe and efficient manner, so should we. In conclusion, I did not spend 2 years traveling the world studying different energy sources like Scott Tinker did, but I did spend several hours traveling locally to identify some new renewable energy sources that I believe could decrease our reliance on oil and coal. Yes, I said decrease and not replace, as in the inner time, we still need these fuels to offset other renewable energy sources. But by incorporating these uses along with more battery-powered vehicles, I think we can achieve a cleaner more efficient use of energy in the United States. Please pay attention to what happens with the local coal plants. This will provide you input into what may happen to the rest of the country in the next several years. Thank you for your time.